Baby, you're a stitch man. Baby, you're a stitch man. Baby, you're a stitch man. Duh. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Good morning, Flosstube. Long time no see. It's been 4 weeks since the last time I sat here, which is the longest stretch in between videos that I've had ever since I started making videos. And I know a lot of people have been saying in their videos, hey, I'm back, or sorry, I've been away for so long, or whatever. Like, so I'll be one of those people too. Hey, I'm back. Sorry, I've been away for so long. but you know, it's summertime, and you know, people are doing stuff in the summertime. People are hot and sweaty in the summertime, especially this person. Everybody's home in the summertime. You can't expect people to be normal in the summertime. You get a free pass in the summer. Like, whatever. Do whatever you want in the summer. Nobody cares. I know for me, it's been like, up until a couple of days ago, it's just been like disgustingly, foolishly, unbearablingly hot. Just the worst kind of like 40 plus degree heat that you can ever imagine. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, 110 or something ridiculous. And it's just day after day after day. And I can't even function. I can't even do anything except sit in the corner in my sweaty chair complaining about how wet and miserable I am all the time. So I had no motivation to do anything in that kind of heat. Added to that, everybody is still home pretty much all the time because it's still summer vacation and the kids aren't back in school yet. But they're going back soon. They're going back very soon. Not that I'm looking forward to everybody going back to school and being on a regular schedule or anything and having the house back to being quiet and clean all the time. I mean, it's not like I'm counting down the days or anything. 4 days, 22 hours, 37 minutes, 19 seconds. It's been nice. It's been nice having everybody being all vacation-y and being all summery, but I am so happy it's September. I'm so happy that everybody's getting back to normal, into a normal routine. I love routines. I love having a routine, and I love when other people have routines. And I love that part of that routine means that nobody's home. So I should be able to get back to a schedule that is a little bit better than once every 4 weeks after this. But well, whatever. I'm here now. I've got things to talk about. I've got things to say. I've got 4 weeks of worth of stuff to do, and to, you know, despite what it seems like right now, we're going to have a good time today, I think. A couple of things that are going on and that have been going on, because I know you're all so interested in that kind of stuff. Whatever, I'm going to tell you anyway. Chris tells stories. Am I not allowed to tell stories? We have, here in Canada, we have another election coming up. Now, we have this ridiculous system where if our leader, who I love Justin, don't get me wrong, but if our leader sort of like reads the polls and like takes the temperature of the country and feels like, yeah, I think if we held an election right now, I would probably win, then we can just like, okay, well, let's have one then. So we can just have an election whenever Justin feels like having one. So that's what's happening right now. And it feels like it's just, I'm electioned out. It's too many elections, because here, I don't know what it's like in other provinces, if it's been the same, but here in New Brunswick specifically, within the last 2 years, maybe even less than 2 years, we had a federal election, like a Justin election, and then we had a provincial election, and then we had a municipal, like mayor and council election, and now we've got another federal election. It's just been one after another, and like, it's too many elections. I'm electioned out. Look at this guy. Look at him though. Just look at him. Isn't he pretty? Okay, I forgive you. Another cool little thing that happened over the past few weeks, I mean, it was a little thing, but it was a big thing to me, was we took Dylan to see his first movie in an actual movie theater. That was super fun, and he was super excited. Look at him. Look at him sitting there in his seat like a big kid. So that was fun, and I know that doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but for me, I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent here, but we took him like within a day or so of the anniversary of the day that my dad died. And so I'd already been thinking about my dad a lot. Not that I don't think about him a lot anyway, but it comes up, you know, around that time. and you know, a lot of my memories growing up with my dad, movies were our thing. We watched a lot of movies. We went to a lot of movies every Sunday without fail. Didn't matter what was playing, didn't matter what we had already seen. If it was the 10th time we'd seen it, every Sunday we went to a movie, and more often than that. So like a lot of my memories that I remember as like happy times were with my dad in a movie theater. And so I'd been thinking about that, and I've been thinking about him, and then I'm sitting there in a movie theater. Now I'm the dad. I'm the dad, and I'm sitting there with my own son, and like it's like, you know, like Mufasa and Simba and like Circle of Life, and I don't know, like I know we're just sitting there in a movie theater watching Paw Patrol. It's not that big of a deal, but like I'll admit it, I got a little bit misty eyed. Like I'm the dad now. I'm the dad in the theater, and it's all just come like full circle. Like I don't know. That's it. That's all I've got. That's all that happened. That's all that's been going on in Canada. Nothing else has happened. So let's get on to things that I actually wrote down that I want to talk about. Hang on, I have to actually look. Just 1 second. I love how everybody, including me, I always do this too. Everybody always says, "Hang on a second, I'll be right back." But then you edit it out, and it just like goes right to like there's no waiting and there's no hanging on. So I don't know why we do that, but it just seems like a thing. It seems like a thing. Hey, hang on a second, I'll be right back. Boom, I'm back. First, we need to talk about Betsy. Now, if you don't know what's going on with Betsy, I'll link to her channel below. You should go check out her latest video. And like it's everything that's going on, that's her story to tell. It's not really my story to tell. But I'm going to give you the 10-second version just for context, so you know what's going on and what we're talking about. So basically, Betsy went to her doctor and she was all like,
I have a headache.
And then her doctor was all like,
it might be a tumor.
And then Betsy was all like,
it's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
But it was, and it is. So it's not life-threatening, but it's still not something that she necessarily wants in there. So she's trying to decide, does she want to just leave it there and see what happens? Or does she want somebody to get in there and find that thing and be all like,
hasta la vista, baby.
So that's what's going on. So all the love and virtual hugs to Betsy. I'm sure you're going to be fine. I know you're going to be fine. But still, you know, it's not. I'm sure it's not pleasant. We've talked about it. trying to make jokes to cheer you up, not to like decrease the severity of what's going on. But that's just the way I respond to stuff. I make jokes. So, you know, we love you. I love you. I'm sure you're going to be fine. If there's anything you need, I know you don't have free health coverage down in the States. So if you need somebody reasonably priced, if you decide to have surgery, I might be able to help you out with that. You know, I'm sure I could go on YouTube and Google some kind of like brain surgery tutorial, and I'd be happy to come down and do it for you. anything I can do to help. I'm here to help. So anyway, point being that because of that, Betsy is starting a stitch along called the Stupid Tumor Sal. There it is right there. So we should all join in, if you can fit that into your rotation, and join in with the Stupid Tumor Sal in honor and support of Betsy. And speaking of which, I came up with the idea that since it's Betsy, what better way to honor our beloved Betsy than if I were to join in with the Stupid Tumor Sal, because I want to be a good supportive friend, but I want to do it in a way that properly honors Betsy. So I've decided that I'm going to make the Stupid Tumor Sal my toilet project, and I am only ever going to work on it while I'm sitting on the toilet. Doesn't that sound like fun? I'm in there on the toilet for 20 to 30 minutes at a time anyway. I might as well be doing something productive. One other person I need to talk about. I made a new friend over the last month since the last time I've been sitting here. Her name is, hang on, I'm burping again. It's just coffee. It's just, I don't know why it's making me burp. It's not beer. It's not anything carbonated. It's just coffee. Maybe I'm just getting old. I made a new friend over the last 4 weeks named Mary, who is on Flosstube as Daydream Stitcher. And she's fantastic. She's wonderful. She does wonderful stitchings. She's working on the Sleepy Hollow thing that a bunch of people are doing. And she's doing a bunch of other things. This is how prepared I have a month to write stuff down. And the Sleepy Hollow thing and other stuff. Okay. But it's been really great getting to know her. She has great videos and does great stitchings, and it's been great getting to know you and being your friend. Even though if you saw her last video, she said the following thing about me. Let's take a look.
When Darcy burst on the scene, which I think was last year, like maybe last fall, everybody on Flosstube was talking about him, it seemed. And I went and checked him out. It was one of his early videos when he was wearing the Santa hat. And in that moment, that one moment that I clicked on it, I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. I was like, this guy, like, what is this? This isn't Flosstube.
And I'm sure Santa Hat Darcy would have had something to say about that. I don't know. What do you want from me? I'm wearing a Santa suit and I'm getting drunk. What do you want? Honestly, you know what? When I saw that, when I heard Mary's reaction when she first saw me, I actually thought that's how I expected everybody to react to me. And maybe that is how everybody reacted to me. And maybe that's how you continue to react to me. But you're still watching anyway, which I appreciate. That was the unexpected part. Was the I expected the reaction. I didn't expect the continued support. So look, it's a shout out to Mary, but no, it's all about me. Give me a hug. So Mary, go check out Mary. Mary's great. Mary's a great Flosstuber. Mary's a great stitcher, and Mary's a great friend. And who would have thought from those shaky beginnings that we would end up friends and that she would end up about to be serenaded with a song right here on the Stitchman Show. Who would have thought? Let's do it. And the wind cries, Mary. So what I had written down at this point was this is where we were going to cut away to Stitch Lady Melissa, and she was going to give you her awesome, charming, hilarious update about all the things that she's been working on. And I can't really try to claim that we didn't have time to get this together because it's been a month. Clearly we had time. We just didn't really talk about when and what she was going to do until yesterday. And we just forgot to do it yesterday. It got to the end of the day and now she's not available to do it today. So I'm either going to have to delay this just to get it done, or I didn't know what I was going to do. And she said, just do it without me. Just do this one without me. I'll come back and we'll do it next time. And I was like, I don't know if I should do that. So based on all the comments that I got last time, this is basically just turned into the Stitch Lady Melissa channel. I don't know if people are going to be okay with you not being here this time, but this is where we are, and I have nothing else written down and nothing else planned to fill this time. So I'm going to stare blankly at this lens for a couple more seconds and try to insert something kind of funny and tell you she'll be back next time. Let's pretend this never happened.
It protects others more than it protects you, because it prevents you from breathing or speaking moistly on them. Oh, what a terrible image.
So let's just get into it, and I'll show you my progress on all my whips. Now here's another thing that I forgot to do. I'm just a disaster. I'm forgetting to do everything. You know how I, when I get to my whips part, I usually have a thing to cut back to from the last time I filmed. Here's where I was last time, and it's me from last time holding up my thing. Look, here's where I was. I forgot to do that last time. So I don't have... Sorry, I heard scratching over there. I thought it was a mouse or something. It was just Maple. Want to say hi to Maple? There's my Maple shoe, princess. Mwah. There's Daddy's girl. Say hi to Hamilton. Hi, Hammy. It's me, Maple. Hi. Dad, can you put me down now? So anyway, I don't have my thing to cut back to about like where I was last time. So what am I going to do? Here's what I came up with. I mean, I figured I can at least like just take a clip out of my last video, and like obviously that's where I was last time if it's from my last video. Okay, I mean, I can squeak by with that this time, but I wanted it to be had to be a little bit more something than that. If I forgot what I was supposed to do, I better do something. So I got a hold of the fabulous Kaylee from Kaylee CrossStitch, great friend who always bails me out. And so we are going to have just a clip from my last video, but it's going to be introduced with a fantastic little ditty from Kaylee. Are we clear on what's happening? I'm not sure I'm clear on what's happening, but it'll piece together and it'll make sense. So let's see where I was last time with Deck the Halls.
Ding 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 ding. Deck the halls with boughs of Darcy. Fa la 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 la. This is what it looked like last time. Fa la 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 la. Look at all this great progress. Fa la 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 la. Darcy's cell game is flawless. Fa la 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 la.
Wasn't that awesome? See what we're doing? Do you get it now? Wasn't that fantastic? And here's where I am today with Deck the Halls, with August finished. This is August up here. It doesn't say hang stog anymore. It says hang stocking, and it's got a little stocking and a little bell and snowflakes and stuff. Isn't it nice? I don't know what to say about anything. Because I'm doing it on white, there's not too many issues where this comes up. The snowman was one of them, but this candy cane up here, I backstitched in red just to sort of like have it stand out a little bit, because without that, with the white, it just kind of looked like a few red stripes just floating in midair. so a couple of times where like white on white comes up, I backstitched them just to make them stand out a little bit more. But isn't it nice? Look, it's half finished. That's 50%. All done. And I was reminded yesterday, shockingly, that I completely forgot how fast time is going by, that it's September now. Right now, it's September. So I should be working on the get down here and start continuing on the September part. So hopefully by the next time I'm sitting here, I'll have a whole other section. I can't believe that it's like, it's September. It says I just finished August and now it's September. What's happening? Next up on the old whip list, meow, Chessy. Let's take a look and see what Chessy looked like last time. Kaylee, take it away.
This is what Chessy looked like last time you saw it. Darcy probably regrets asking me to do this.
And here's what Chessy looks like today, September 2nd, 2021. Okay, progress is progress. And that's not an insignificant amount of progress. That's this much plus this much, which is pretty close to 1,100 stitches. That's not bad. But it's just like, I feel like the page before that went so much faster that like I'm getting frustrated with how slow this is piecing together. Partly because I know that all I've really been working on is the Jacob cell. And so once I'm caught up with that, I'm actually quite looking forward to getting back to way more progress on this and the other whips that I haven't worked on at all. And also I'm getting spoiled by the Jacob Modern Folk Embroidery Sal, because I've spent so much of my time working on that and get so used to it, especially A, it's not full coverage, and B, it's only 2 colors. that makes a huge difference with how fast it feels like it's going, because working on that for like about 2 weeks without working on anything else, and then I switched back to this for a little while, I felt like I was just crawling along with this. Like, going from 2 colors to 90 colors is really quite a significant, jump when I'm not used to. I was used to this for a while because this was all I was doing for a long, long time. This is all I was ever doing. And now I'm doing other things, and jumping back and forth is not as easy as I thought it would be. It feels like I'm going so slow. But anyway, whatever. Don't tell me your problem stitch, man. Just show me your stitching. It's still, I love it. I just want to get back to working on it more, because it's not going to look like much more than this, even if I finish the whole page. So like, let's hurry up and finish this page already, right? It's just his back hump, and it's just going to get bigger. So, I mean, is that exciting? I'm excited about it. I just feel like every time I whip this out, every time I whip this out to show it, and I've made semi-minimal progress on it, I'm just like, here it looks the same again, and here it looks the same again, and I don't know. I'm just being ridiculous. I love Chessy. I love working on him. I love the blue. I love the purple. I love that he's a cat. And I don't know. Are we done now? Can I stop? And last, Jacob, Modern Folk Embroidery, 2021, Stitch Along, Fruits of Plenty. Which is it? Is it fruit or is it fruits? Somebody help me out. I need an answer once and for all. Fruit or fruits? Anyway, Kaylee, one last time. Help me out. Where was I last time?
Fruits of plenty. That's the stitch along from Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery. Stitchman Darcy. He is really going to catch up with this all. It's plain to see.
And here's what it looks like today. Today being September 2nd, 2021. Oh, you see that? Oh, it looks the same, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. That is, what are my months again? It's been a long time since I was in elementary school. April, May, June. All done. So it's half done. And I am well on my way at that pace to be, I know it's September already. I said I was going to be stitching September in September. Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean, let's get all lawyery here with my specifics and the way the words that I chose. That doesn't mean that I'm starting September in September. That means I'm stitching September in September. So I've been going at a pace of about like I've been going at a pace at about like one section takes me about a week. Like that's a rough estimate, but that's about right. Like 1 week. So in 2 weeks I should be done. What's after June? July, August, and then I'll be stitching September. In September. By the end of September, yes, but I'll be stitching September in September. And then in October, I'll just be caught up with the rest of you. And that's it. I'm caught up and I can get back to my other whips and I can't go any farther and I can do other things. And this won't be taking over my life so much. I'll get my life back. Freedom! I need my freedom! Something that does need to be talked about this. I can't go by without addressing this. I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this saga the night that it happened, but I'll put in a picture of like exactly where it is, but somewhere around here somewhere. Right there. That section right there. I know that's not huge, and I know that's not that big of a deal, but I put that whole thing, where is that here? Somewhere around here, like right around there, by the squirrel. I put that whole thing in the wrong spot, and I had to frog the entire thing and redo it. And I know it's not a huge, it's not as big of a deal as I made it out to be. I made it out to be like the end of the world. It's just like, that doesn't happen to me. It's been a really, really, really long time since I've made a mistake like that. That was like significant enough that it's like a whole this much and the whole thing needed to be ripped out and redone. I haven't done that in many years. And I was really, really like, I went through a whole range of emotions. It was like, at first I was just stunned. I was stunned. I just kept staring at it silently in disbelief. I couldn't believe, and I didn't believe. At first I just didn't believe that I was seeing what I was seeing. So I just kind of just stared at it for a long time. And then when I realized what I had done, it was so obvious. That's the other thing that makes me so angry at myself. Once you see the mistake, it's so glaringly obvious that it's like, how could I have done it? And how could I have continued without noticing it? It's just, anyway. So after the stunned silence, once I came to terms with the fact that I actually did what I thought I did and I was going to have to redo it, then the silence turned to laughter. And it wasn't like, hey, this is funny kind of laughter. It was more like, remember that scene in Cape Fear when Robert De Niro is in the movie theater?
You work for me, remember? I know what you did. You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get the hell out of here. Huh? I got a goddamn campaign.
It was more like that for a good 15 minutes. And then when I started actually doing the ripping and the frogging, that's when like the air turned blue. And I just became like full on angry, grumpy Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker.
Just everybody stay away from me. Somebody get me another beer and we'll just hold our breath and wait till this is over, because I was not having a good time. And then to have to redo it, and it's not huge, it's not like it's a whole, it's only this much. Like I made it sound like, 2 nights have been ruined. Really, it was like, that took me like less than an hour. It wasn't really 2 nights. But it was just like to put that much work into it, any sort of work into it, like, and then watch it disappear and then have to redo that same amount of work again just to get back to where I already was. Oh, it drives me mad. It makes me laugh. It makes me mad. It makes me just like, I never want to do that again. Like, I hope I never do that again. Somehow this is Jacob's fault. I'm blaming it on Jacob. Why gotta be so symmetrical? I couldn't even fudge it. I couldn't leave it and pretend. It would have thrown the whole thing off so dramatically that like, anyway, it was my fault. And it was so stupid. It was just so stupid because once you see it, how could I have not seen it? Anyway, that was my frogging experience. And I'm sure you're all like, yeah, poor Stitch man. Ooh, he had to frog like 100 stitches. Woo, big deal. Like, stop being a baby. I know, but like, I didn't like it and I don't want to do it again. So anyway, that aside, this has been an incredibly fantastic, pleasurable experience. I love, look how gorgeous it is. Like when I take it out and I hold it up like this, it's just, take it out. Stop it. Stop. Grow up a little, would you? So like when it's out of the Q-snap and I hold it up like this, it's just like, it's way more gorgeous in person than it even is in any of the pictures that you've been seeing on Instagram. And it's like, if anybody has been considering starting this, even if you're not going to be finished by the end of the year, like who cares? This is a fantastic thing to be stitching and to have, and I know Mary, my new friend Mary, wants to be doing this and has it all ready to go. And I've been sending her pictures almost every day. Like, look how awesome it is. You got to get it started. So like, come on, Mary, let's get this going already. So I think that's all I have to say about that for now. But I'm going to try to do the Noah screen grab pose holding this one up. So let's see if I can do this right and see if I can get this going. Something like this. Girl. So when I'm all caught up and I'm all like, I should be caught up with this by the end of the month ish. And back to normal, back to the whips that I haven't been working on, back to more work on Chessy, and maybe even a couple of new starts in the near future. Wouldn't that be fun? Like, I don't really feel like I have room for new starts at the moment, but right around the time that I'm all caught up with this is going to be around the same time that I'm also finishing Deck the Halls. And so I'm gonna be caught up with this. I'm gonna have something that I'm not working on anymore. I should be able to squeeze something in, right? Or a couple of things or something. So I've got a couple. I know I've showed this already, but I've got this humongous Hade pretty much all kitted up and ready to go. I just have a couple of more things and then it's just ready to start whenever I want to start. So that might actually be a good time to. I've seen a bunch of people lately that like seem to sort of like reward themselves with like when it's their birthday. I have a birthday start. Like that's a thing, birthday start, and that my birthday is going to be right around the time where this is caught up and Deck the Halls is finished. So maybe I'll sort of like happy birthday to myself by starting this finally. Wouldn't that be fun? Birthday start. Oh, speaking of which, this is just a random thought, but King Jacob and I share a birthday. Does anybody else find that odd? I don't know. When I found that out, like of all people, Jacob and I have the same birthday. I don't know. I felt the same way that I kind of felt when I found out that Howard Stern and Rush Limbaugh have the same birthday. But then I snapped myself into that because I was like, well, who's Rush Limbaugh in that scenario? That doesn't really make sense. But like, I don't know. I've never met anybody in real life in my whole life that has my birthday. And Jacob has my birthday? Does anybody else find that? Maybe that's not strange, but I don't know. I thought that was noteworthy. There's like, I don't know. Like in the whole history of humanity, of the world, there's me, there's Marie Antoinette, there's David Schwimmer, and Jacob. And that's it. Nobody else in the history of humankind has ever been born on that day. Just us. I've also got, speaking of Jacob, I've got his Spirits of the Dead pattern that I purchased recently and that he himself just finished and showed in his last video, and it looks even better than I would have imagined that it looks. So I'm really excited to squeeze that in somewhere and get started on that, and it doesn't look too overwhelmingly time consuming. So hang on, more burps. So that might be one of the ones that I start once I get caught up with my other ones a little bit. I also found, I don't know, I'm glad I hung on to this. I don't know why I was hanging on to it, but when I cut my fabric for this, I was left with a strip, and I was just like, what am I going to do with this strip? I don't know, like I felt weird throwing it out, like just in case, like, I don't know, maybe somebody wants to, maybe Melissa wants it for something, or maybe Ethan wants to practice some stitches on it, so I kept it. But then I measured it. And it occurred to me that I have this, which I've talked about before. This is called Alice Descending, and this is the mini version. It's already, even the normal size version was pretty small by Heaven and Earth standards anyway. And this is the mini version on top of that. So this is like, as Hades go, this is about as small as it gets. And this strip is actually more than I would need. Like, I could cut that almost in half, and it's just like, it's only this wide, and it only have to be about this long, and this could go on this. And when I discovered that this was, and I would have room to spare, like even like, look how little it is, I'm going to do my Heaven and Earth on this. No, you're not. Yes, I am. And I'm going to have a couple of inches on each side. It's only 65 stitches wide. It's tiny. So this is plenty. So when I discovered that would actually fit on here, I like, how can I not do that when I saw how small it was going to be? Look how it's like a bookmark. I gotta do that. I gotta squeeze that in somewhere, right? I have to. One other thing I need to talk about is I got more stitchy kindness in the mail over the last couple of weeks. People are just showering me with gifts and kindness. What did I ever do to deserve? What have I ever done to deserve this kind of like awesomeness? I don't know, but thank you. And I've got stuff that people sent me, and I think that at the very least it calls for a ukulele song, doesn't it? My ukulele's out of tune, and I didn't bother tuning it, but who cares? Let's do it anyway. People sent me stuff in the mail, and I opened it, and it was awesome, and now I'm gonna show you what it is. First, my friend Toni, who is the Stubborn Stitcher here on Flosstube, who I'll link below, and you should go check out if you haven't, because you're going to love her. Toni sent me like not just an envelope, not just like a thing, like a package. She sent me a package, a whole package. Grow up. So I've got all the stuff laid out in front of me here. Melissa suggested when she saw me opening it that like, you should let me film you opening it, and you can do it like an unboxing video. I'm not really comfortable with that. I don't I don't like when people watch me open stuff, on Christmas morning or birthdays or whatever, because even when I really, really like and appreciate something, I feel like I need to perform my reaction. You know what I mean? Like, I might really, really, really like something, and what am I going to do? Like, jump up and, like, scream? Like, I just don't do that. So I feel like I'm giving the wrong reaction if I, like, open something and whatever. Let's just take a breath and have a sip of coffee and start over. So anyway, Toni sent me all this stuff. There's a cross-stitching magazine that is awesome, and it's got like patterns and stuff in it. and this little kit, which I love, and this is also a kit, and I love this. This is awesome. I love these winter scenes with the birds, and I like red and green and Christmassy type colors are my favorite. I love this. This little like this flowery awesome project bag. I am just I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm not good at this. this thing that's zipped full of like bobbins and threads and like all this like look what have I done to deserve this? I thought it was lip balm at first, but I think it's some sort of like washi tape sort of thing. I love it. I'll Google what it is and how to use it. I love it. Thank you. And coffee. Texas coffee straight from Texas. Look at this. I've been really excited to try these, and I haven't because I wanted to like show. I mean, I guess I could have just shown the package because that's what I'm going to do with the other thing. But shown the package. Noah, would you stop it? Grow up. And the big hit of the whole thing, package. Okay, let's call it a package. Sent me these. You can see that they're gone. M&Ms that. We don't have stuff like this in my neck of the woods up here in Canada. We have M&Ms, but we have like regular milk chocolate M&Ms or peanut M&Ms, and that's it. That's all we have. I've never seen anything like fudge brownie M&Ms? Caramel M&Ms? What? What is this kind of witchcraft? I didn't know anything like this existed, and man, did these ever not last long once they were open. These were awesome. We don't have fancy, big, huge balls of chocolatey caramel M&Ms up here in Canada. So that was very much appreciated, very much enjoyed by everybody, especially me. I kept telling everybody that, no, they're gone, but they weren't gone, and I just had them sitting beside me and kept eating them. But they were great. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. The package. And one other thing that I got, which was just completely out of the blue, unexpected, was several months ago when I did my giveaway. The person that won the giveaway, her name was Linda. I bought her Heaven and Earth pattern, and just out of the blue, these like all this time later, I get a package from her as a thank you, which I first of all, I don't want to sound like I don't appreciate it. I definitely really, really love and appreciate. But you don't have to send me a thank you for my thank you. Just to get stuck in this like never-ending vortex of thank yous. I'll send you a thank you for this now, and then we'll just keep going. We keep it going forever. All the thank you packages. Anyway, thank you, because I do love it. It's a project bag, and it's all soft and like felty, and like I don't know what kind of material this is, but it's soft, and it's like it's got dogs on it, and it's pretty. I don't know what to say about stuff, but I love it. And I've been keeping my Jacob Sal in here. I never had like a proper project bag or like any sort of project bag before ever. I just pull all my stuff out of a drawer and then stuff it back into the drawer when I'm done with it. So I never really thought that I needed or wanted one, but now that I have one, I want more because I really like just shoving all my stuff in the bag when like I just throw my floss in there and I throw the scissors in there, and it doesn't really fit. Like this is the Q-snap that I use for the, and it doesn't like it fits, but like it doesn't fit to like snap it closed, but who cares? Like it fits well enough, and I love it, and I love touching it and I love using it, and I love like cleaning my stuff up when I'm done and just throwing it all in the bag. Look, there's a little bag of Jacob floss in there, and when I'm not using it, I just whip it back in. Isn't it great? I love it. Thank you so much for this and for everything and for being so nice to me and for, allowing me to get out of this sentence right now. Thank you. So that was like a pile of just unexpected kindness and treats and everything. Thank you to Linda, and thank you to Toni, and thank you to everybody who definitely does not need to send me treats and goodness, but if you want to, I won't stop you. So that's it for that. Do we need to hear the song again? I think we probably do. People sent me stuff in the mail and I opened it and it was awesome, and now I'm gonna show you what it is. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's everything. I don't think I wrote anything down that I missed, and I didn't not do anything that I wanted to do except the Melissa stuff that didn't happen. Sorry about that. I know you're all going to be mad about that. I get all the thumbs down for not including Melissa. Where's Melissa? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We meant to. We just didn't. I have no better excuse than that. We just didn't do it. But everything's going to be back to normal really soon. The kids are going back to school in 4 days, 22 hours, 37 minutes, 19 seconds. Not that I'm counting. So I should be able to get back to like a normal. I'm sure I could do another one in 2 weeks, and I probably will. Like I like the every 2 week schedule. It's just I'll warn you ahead of time that if I do it in 2 weeks from now, that I probably won't have anything except Jacob Sal and maybe Deck the Halls. That's it. Like I like, and who cares? Like whatever you have is whatever you have. I don't really care when I see other people. I just want to see them. But I don't know. I just feel like when it's me, I don't know why I think it's different. That like I don't feel great only having 1 or 2 things, even though I can fill out as much foolishness as and that's kind of the point of these anyway. I just like to sit in front of the camera and be foolish. I don't care if I have any whips, to be honest. But I do like to have as much progress on as many things as I can. But anyway, if I'm back in 2 weeks, I might only be back with Jacob Sal. If you're okay with that, then watch it. And if you're not okay with it, then wait till next time. What do you want? What do you want me to tell you? I don't know what to... do what you want. So, until then... Oh, but speaking of which, I was just reminded as I was holding up the thing that, like, my last giveaway winner gave me a thing that, like, I passed, and thank you very much for this, by the way. I passed 3,000 subscribers. I have more than 3,000 now. And 3,000 seems like a really, like, legitimate, like... oh my goodness, I love you all so much. I should do something nice for you. Like, let's have a giveaway. And I just didn't think of it. I'm just thoughtless. I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that next time, or maybe I'll pick another number. Why does it have to be a round number, like 3,000? Like, why not something random, like 3618 or something? I don't know. Like, but at some point in the future, because I do, not because I feel obligated. I don't feel obligated to do anything, to be honest. But I really do genuinely appreciate all the support and kindness that you have all given me. And every now and then to give something back to somebody just to say thank you is something that I really like doing. So I will do that at some point. And I'll be back quicker than 4 weeks next time. And go do all the things, whatever those things are, and go check out Betsy, and go check out Mary, and watch Jacob's new video. Watch Noah has a new one that's movie length. Let's all go watch everybody, and everybody stitch, and everybody be happy. And I'll see you next time, whenever that is.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.